Welcome to this week's Down Home with Tina episode. Excited to be here this week with you. I am also excited to have coming up from the Fairfield County District Library, Youth Services Coordinator. She is going to share with us some of the great and fun things that are available for everybody out in our community this year and the summer. And then also we're going to talk about the Lancaster Fairfield County 4th of July celebration that is right around the corner. Folks, don't go anywhere. It's Down Here with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have Shannon Keese with me. She is from the Fairfield County District Library and she is the Youth Services Coordinator. And it's perfect timing to have you on, Shannon, because it is that time of year when all of those parents are going to be, or grandparents, guardians, whatever, or whatnot, are going to be looking for things to do with the little ones.
And we can help them with that.
Or the teens might be looking for something. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, so Teen Tuesdays.
You do. So, and that's what we're going to find out. So, by the way, first off, how are you doing? How is the library?
I'm great. The library's doing great. We're busy as ever, which is wonderful.
Anything new that we didn't, like in the past, that might not be familiar with that's changed in the library from the last time? Like everything's the same, right?
We have more hours, so that's exciting.
Great. Absolutely.
So we're opening at 9 now instead of 10 most days.
Okay.
And we're open on Monday nights where we had been closed at 5. We're now closing at 8 on Monday nights.
Okay, so the hours are extended.
Hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the summer programs that are coming up.
That's my favorite thing. Yeah, we're busy decorating and getting ready for summer. We are encouraging everybody to come. So we have programs for everyone from 0 to 100 plus. Anybody who wants to read can come and earn some prizes. And
something I always tell folks, and I tell kids too, because I think that it's the best to get them started when they are younger. Yes. And something I read this years ago, I'm not quite sure if it's still the same, but of course moms, I don't want to ever disregard speaking and highlighting the way a lot of moms are the ones that in the past have been the ones to be the parent to sit at night and read to their kids that when they're way young, and that's where it all begins, I feel. But also it's a huge impact when not just mom is doing it, but dad as well.
Absolutely.
And that's where I'm not saying that if you're a dad, you do it already, that's awesome. But to encourage the fathers to also get out there to make it a new thing. Father's Day is coming up, so it just came to mind. So make that a new ritual to begin to do maybe once a week. Say, hey mom, kicking you out.
Absolutely.
It's dad's turn.
And, I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've been a librarian a very long time. And the number of dads that come in nowadays is awesome.
So it's increased.
Yeah, they come to programs, they come to story time. It's been wonderful. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk specifically about some of those programs that you have that are coming up that are not year-round, that are coming for the summer.
So for summer, for kids, because that's where my focus is, we have art programs almost every week. We have,
Can you share with me what the art programs is? And I want to explain to folks as to why I recently substituted in art, and I'm not an artist by any means, but I have found those kids that don't like art are the kids that they don't know how to do art. So if you have a child about the whole art, I encourage to just say, you know what, if you were that, because I'll tell kids, I'm like, I'm not an artist. But if you show me something, because I'm not a visual where I can draw it just out of my head, I have to see it, that's going to give them courage to be like, oh, okay, because there are some very talented youth that do that.
Oh
They're just
my
like,
gosh,
boom,
yes,
boom,
there are.
But so art. So
Yeah, that's
why
not what
I'm
we do.
just comparing it to- yes.
We aren't doing the fine arts for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all kinds of process art. So there's 3D type of art. There's sculpting, a little bit
Nice,
of
like craft, not
modeling
craft art,
clay,
but those different kinds of art. Yeah, not just drawing art.
Right. And we do have some painting and that kind of stuff too. But
Okay.
yeah, and with the art classes, kids can leave a piece to display during the art walk.
Nice.
So we'll have an art walk display in July,
Okay.
and they can leave their artwork, and we'll have it on display for everybody.
Okay.
As
very
part of
nice.
that program.
Yeah. So that's art. And what
Art.
ages is that for?
Those are mostly 6 to 12, though the teens also have some. And so do the adults. Okay, we have art programs for
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah. If maybe not so many show up as it does the younger,
yeah,
right?
the kids,
More than
we have
likely,
the groups for kids.
Yeah.
And then we have some activity-based programs, like making garden stones is going to be one of them. Just
Oh,
so that's kind of the
fun.
different thing we
Yes.
haven't done in a while. Mobiles and not outdoor games, but summer games. Summer games is another program.
How often is it during the week? Is it once a week? Is it every day of the week that you have these going on?
It's most day. There is something going on every day.
Okay, great.
Some of them are story times. Some of
Okay.
them are the art programs. Some of them are the activity programs, and then we have the performers who
Okay.
also come in.
Oh, they do?
Yes, so
Okay.
we have some very exciting performers coming in this summer.
Are they surprises or are you allowed to
No,
share
I
with
can
folks?
share.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And I should mention calendar of events. Everything is in here,
Okay.
which you can pick up at the library, any of the library branches, or online.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, all that information about all of these programs is in there and online. So the performers, we have some really good ones. Steve Harpster's coming. He does the harp tunes, which is teaching the kids how to draw comics. And
Nice.
yeah, so that's our first performer. We have some Sarah Harper, Harpster and Harper. Sarah Harper, who's doing a To Catch an Art Thief program, because our theme this year is Color Our World.
That's what I was going to ask you
Color
because
our
you
world.
said you're decorating.
Yes.
So you have the theme. Okay.
Yeah, so she's doing an art thief mystery solving program. Another one I'm really excited about is Didgeridoo Down Under,
Okay.
which is a group that does Australian music and art, and that's going to be a lot of fun too.
Have they been here in the
This
past?
is the
or
first time
these-
they've come.
It
coming,
is,
yes.
so it's something new and exciting.
Yeah.
Shannon, would you like to see numbers increase from last year, or is it pretty full?
We
each
always
year,
like to
so
see numbers
more and
increase.
more.
yeah,
More-
yeah, the more
it's
the
not
merrier.
like full house, right?
Yeah.
So that means that folks get on, and can they sign up or do they show up?
So for some like the art programs, we want to have them sign up just so we have enough materials.
Correct.
Yes. The others, like the big shows, we have a magician coming. We have the
Yeah.
There's the reptile show. For those kinds of things, just come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are these free? or
Always
are there any
free.
charges?
Always free.
There's stuff like that. And you said there is something every day
Pretty
throughout
much.
the summer.
Yeah, yeah. And if you don't want to come into the library, we do a story time at Rising Park on Monday mornings, or
Oh, you do.
we're at the farmers market on some Saturdays for story times in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. What's your favorite thing to do at the library?
Oh gosh, I love it all.
I mean, I know, and that's it. That's like
Yeah.
asking a musician, "What's your favorite song to play?" or what? Because then they look at me like, "Did you just ask that, Tina?"
Can't ask your favorite
Sorry.
child. No. There's a lot of great things. I really like doing the art programs. That's just fun for me. I love to see the
Yeah.
kids get excited about their creations.
And I do. I think that is something that sometimes we inside of us, it's a fear of us to try, because I don't know. I can't speak, of course, for everybody, but I can speak for myself. When I was young, I had a best friend. She could sit down and doodle and just do the cutest little pictures up until, no lie, last summer, I couldn't even draw a dog.
Oh, no.
And we did a game and it had to do with drawing, and my son would look at me and go, "Mom, what? That does not even look like a dog." And I'm like, "Sorry." So when I substituted for the first time in art, I told the kids, "I'm not an artist. I will encourage." I said, "But if you show me once again, how to do it, then I can draw it." But I think that, again, is that fear, that holdback of why some kids might not like art. They just are afraid they don't want to be vulnerable.
Right.
I think that's it. And
Yeah.
it's okay to do it. Just do it. As my best friend told me one time, just do it, Tina. Just write that word. It can be crooked. It doesn't have to be
It's
perfect.
okay.
It's okay.
Yes.
I'm like, no, where's my pencil and eraser?
Oh, no. That's what we tell the kids all the time. There is no
not
one
about
right way
that.
to do this.
Yes, exactly. So,
Yeah.
so when I did the art substitute just recently for a couple of weeks, it was kind of cool to see some of those kids actually watch and draw, because I was able to explain, if it's shown to you, for some of us, you can do it. Just try it. Don't be afraid, because so-and-so next to you who's your best friend is a great artist. Not everybody is like that. Right. Actually, there's a lot of people in the world that don't draw like that, just from their memory and head of just creating.
No.
Stick person. Until recently when I was watching something and it taught me how to. Yeah, so anyways, anything else you wanted to share with folks, Shannon?
You know,
Yes.
there is one more new thing at the library that we absolutely love. We have discovery kits now.
And discovery kits,
Discovery
tell me
kits.
about what is that?
So those are kits that you can check out, just like a book. And they have several books in them, but they also have a lot of activities in them. Like we have magnets, or we have snap circuits, there's a telescope, a microscopes. So there's things that you can check out and do, and activities.
Do you do these at the library, or you can take that home?
And they're at
that
all of
kit
our
home?
branches. You check them out just like you would a book, and then you bring them back. So
Okay.
yeah, and one of them is drawing.
And one of them is to know
Yeah.
how to learn how
Yeah.
to. That is pretty
Yeah.
awesome. And I'm sure that it's been told to me before, but I was just talking to, it's kind of funny because I was looking for a movie, Good Will Hunting. I think that's a good movie to show my kids where I teach now. And I was like, and then somebody said, well, maybe try library. Do you guys have the DVDs and Blu-rays? I apologize, I've not been in that section for a while because, haven't needed it, but now I might need it. So,
Absolutely.
But you do have that?
We still have them, yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah. Figured, but I just wanted
Yeah,
to double check.
and we also have things like Hoopla and Canopy, where it's downloadable or digital movies
Okay.
and things that you can
Oh, you do?
find. Yeah,
Nice.
all for
Wonderful.
free. Yeah.
Shannon, once again, will you share the hours with folks for the Fairfield County District Library? This is the main branch.
Main
though,
branch,
folks.
right? Because all of our
Yes.
branches have different hours. So we are open Monday through Thursday from 9 till 8 now,
Okay.
which has been awesome. Fridays we are open till 5, so 9 to 5.
Okay.
Saturdays 9 to 5, and Sunday is 1 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so 7 days a week.
Nice, 7 days a week. Awesome, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm so glad that you were able to make it over.
Yeah, it's
and
been
good
great.
luck with the summer programs, folks.
Thank you.
There's nothing like reading. I'm telling you, from the littles all the way up to 100 plus, that reading is just going to keep your brain going, and I think that's just what we need to continue to do. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. You're watching Down Home with Tina.
For the last 30 years, I've worked in Fairfield County. The beauty of working in this county is it's small enough that you get to know people on an individual level, that you get to do the kind of work you want to do personally, but it's large enough that we have some resources and we have some ability to bring coalitions together to make some bigger changes.
You have the benefits of a suburban community, and Columbus isn't too far away if you want to get that urban experience. Plus, if I ever feel like I need to get away for a little bit, there's tons of great hiking around here.
Well, Fairfield County is just a really different county, so it's very resource rich. There are so many people in similar and overlapping helping fields. They make excellent community partners.
We all know each other and we don't compete with each other. Like agency-wide, we're all here to serve our clients, and you know someone everywhere, you know what I mean? And so that, I just feel like that helps it to get our clients the best care. So that's a big thing for me.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have President of the Lancaster Fairfield County 4th of July Committee, Dave Smith, with me to talk about the most wonderful time of the year. No, it's not the holidays in the winter. It is the one, Deb, smack in the middle of summer.
Yay.
It is the celebration of our independence, and I love it, love it, love it, and I'm so glad that you're here. Why do I not have my red, white, and blue on today?
I do.
I forgot. I guess you do, and I'm glad that you do.
Little fireworks there.
Yes.
Should say Hamburg underneath is what it should say.
Yeah, right. That's so
should.
funny. That's great. Ken's great. Ken Sprague, his team, and all of them. I'm glad that you said that right out the gate because, yeah.
If
awesome
we didn't have
people.
Hamburg fireworks in our backyard, we would have, without a doubt, a lesser show.
Absolutely.
But starting with Jerry in the good old days and then with Ken and his sisters today, it's just marvelous what our community receives as fireworks because they give us a 4th of July special. And we don't pay retail, and they love their hometown fireworks, and they want to show them off, and we benefit from that. The committee benefits, and the community benefits from that.
And I think that, I mean, that's the number one thing that the majority of the folks in the community look forward to is that we gear up to that excitement at the very end of the evening of the 4th of July celebration or anything that they're doing that day for the 4th of July is what are we going to get to see that comes up into the sky? And then I don't know about you, but I know myself as a veteran that I'm watching it, I'm just like, yeah, this is our land. It just brings all those emotions together. For me, again, not for everybody, but it's still there's something to be said, and it's just awesome to be able to have that in our very own backyard in our community. Get to see it every year.
Yeah, and I know other communities that either have fireworks or wish they had fireworks. That I've heard about is that we really have a great show.
Yeah.
And it's not 15 or 20 minutes with a little pause in between number 12 and number 14 and stuff like that. There are multi-thousands of things that go up in the air in our 35-minute show. Now, they'll always say it's 30, but it runs 35 to 37 minutes. And we have a finale at the beginning, and then we have the big booming finale at the end. That is about 7 or 8 minutes long. I'm timing it just because I can't believe how long it goes. And it goes.
But do you know what I love about ours? You don't know when it's the finale for sure.
No,
you really don't.
No.
You're like, okay, this is it. And they're like, that was it. And then it's not. And it's just like, it just keeps on going. So folks who have got to be new to when they come for the very first time, they're just like, well, the whole show is like a finale in some places. Because it truly is. I mean, I'm not feeding it. Yeah, I'm just like, it's the truth. It's awesome. It's that great.
Yeah, almost every year we have a special guest or donor or something. And the 4th of July committee takes over the dining hall just west of the grandstand as our headquarters, and so does LPD and the fire department. But it's a great place to watch the fireworks because you can see the mountain, and you can see the ground displays, and you can see everything that goes up in the air. And every year there's somebody new. It could be a relative of mine or something like that. But last year we had some international people that came by. There were special guests. And yes, they've seen fireworks on TV, but they are so up close and personal. And the finale has those big chest booms. I call them a silver salute, but that dates me. But anyway, it's big booms. And when Hamburg puts off fireworks, it's just totally awesome. Just totally awesome.
We're blessed. I think it's safe to say we're just very blessed to have them as part of our...
If you say 4th of July to people and you give them 5 words to talk about, fireworks is in there. You know, the hot dogs and the hamburgers and the food and the family and picnics and stuff like that is there too. But around here, 4th of July is at the fairgrounds, watching the fireworks. And the fun part is that we know that there's another 10, 15,000 people on Memorial Drive in the neighborhoods.
Yes, they are.
And because they set them off in the mountain, everybody in Fairfield County can see something.
They absolutely can. And with that being said, Dave, we've got where you can come, of course, onto the fairgrounds and park onto the fairgrounds and be real up close and personal with that. There's a fee for that.
Parking.
But, I mean, if we did, for the record, yes, we want to have as many people packed in there because that is how that does help pay for the festivities for the day, correct?
Yes.
Those vehicles and things. However, we wouldn't be able to fit all those people that in the community into the fairgrounds. But we want as many as we can get, don't get me wrong.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying. So yeah, with you saying that they are out in different places too. Yeah, but you get that up close and personal, get to be right there on the fairgrounds.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that during the day, 30,000 people are there. Now some come early, small families or families with young kids. The parade is at 10 in the morning, fireworks 10 at night. And as soon as the parking area clears from the parade, it's about 12 noon. And that's when the public can walk in, no charge, and enjoy the fair food, call it fair food for what it is, and kiddie rides and rides for the young at heart. And that happens from noon until the fireworks start. And it's amazing, not too many people get out of the food lines, you know, for their favorite, whatever it is, kind of food at 9:55, you know. They might have a blanket somewhere, they might have a tarp somewhere. The family's over there. They put in an order with Dad or Grandpa, and he's got to go get all the stuff.
Back and forth all day, maybe.
All day
for
long.
some.
And it's just amazing. And we get a commission off of the rides and the fair food, and that all helps pay for the fireworks. And the committee members, and there's, call it a dozen, it's 10 to 12 people, who volunteer, and nobody takes a salary, you know, and everybody donates their time and effort. And we have volunteers that we pay for to help park the cars, because it's hard to get free volunteers
For that on the 4th of July.
Yes. So there's a few things that we pay to, but it's not committee people. So all the money we raise goes to what? Paying for the fireworks. And we also have insurance, fire, police. And the fairgrounds is very generous to us as well, the Fairfield County Agricultural Society. If there's a fair rate for using the whole fairgrounds for a day, we don't pay that. They give us a really nice deal. Very nice deal.
And what folks in the community need to remember too, that it's about them. It is about them. It's about them coming and being a part of that special Independence Day. The parade.
Yes.
When does the parade? I know that if you want to be in the parade and stuff.
It steps off at 10 o'clock in the morning. Most of the people who are participating, we ask them not to come until about 8:30, 8:15, 8:30. And the horses know not to come until even later, because they're the last unit out. They'd be unit 8. But the horse people know that, and they know where to be, and they show up just in time, because horses don't like to stand for 2 hours waiting for it to march off. So we have a great time with the horses. We'll have maybe 20 horses. 5 or 6 different groups of people, some individuals. And then we have the nonprofits and the veterans organizations and the honor guards and some local elected officials. But then we have the churches and the Girl Scouts and the dancing groups, and it's just a wonderful day. And we'll have close to 200 units in the parade. And as they line up rows 1 through 8, about row 4 or 5, as they are now leaving, the parade is coming back in. So it's like the holiday parade. It loops itself.
It does.
Which is fine. It goes out the Columbus Street gate, goes down to Main Street, goes over to Broad Street, and back up Broad Street. So it takes, about an hour and a half to get everybody out and back around.
And then for those who want to participate in the parade, what is the deadline for that to take place for them?
The deadline
have time for that,
is July 5th.
Okay.
That's kind of a joke.
I did realize that you just said that, So it can be right up to.
Yes, we have a media book that we put together for the local radio stations and videotaping and like that, so the announcers know who's coming in what order. And what each group would like to be said about their summer program, their weekend coming up doing this or whatever. And the parade book is a pretty extensive operation. But anyway.
Yes, I've had one in hand.
And we try to make it as open to the individuals about being there. We start putting the book together on June 20th. So we want everybody to be in by June 20th, online or by the mail service. And we have an online service. It's our website. And it's 4th of July of Lancaster. You can spell the 4th, or you can use the numbers, or it's Lancaster 4th of July or Lancaster 4th of July. It doesn't matter. It'll pop up. Randy Groff did a great job for us years ago getting those websites set up for us. And it's a pretty simple thing. And a lot of the parade is normally set up in areas. Again, Randy kind of formulated how it goes. You have a lot of the local people in the first part, and then you have the commercial and the tractors a little bit later, and then the horses, and the nonprofits are in between. the big local businesses that want to be in the parade and have their employees there. We keep them in the front because it's local, and we like local. And we like the commercial, the big trucks and whatever else. And it's amazing how many big trucks we can put in that fairground. We tell them, keep on the roadway. Whatever you do, keep on the roadway. And the fairgrounds has very good roadways, but you get off into the grass, because whatever reason, it always rains on July 3rd, which is better than July 4th. So
yes, that's right. Yes, it's just a little bit muddy and things
for some reason
that next day. Yes.
But we have a very nice parade, and the Lancaster Band of Gold is always our highlight, and they're in the first row, and then local police, the local sheriff, and it's just a pretty parade. That it's very nice.
For setting up for seating, how early can folks do that when it comes to getting on the fairgrounds after the parade is all done and everybody is out off
as soon as
that parking area? Because that's the parking area where they line up for the parade. That's where everybody comes in and parks.
We try to have an area as soon as the parade finishes, gets inside the front gates. We take about 5 or 10 minutes clearing that area into the fairgrounds from Fair Avenue, so that we can start lining up cars, taking money for the parking, which helps pay for the fireworks, which we already said. And then we'll still monitor where the parade is still getting out of the fairgrounds, but we'll allow people in right afterwards. Should be about 11:45, 12 noon. And then parking is pretty easy until about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then it gets busy for us. But from 6:30 on, it's just as fast as we can get them in and park them, more people are coming in. So folks, don't be surprised at 9:15, 9:30 that the line is really long and you may not get inside. Because we can only hold about 2,000 cars in there. And
you have to go find a spot somewhere else in the community if you want to, or walk on in. Oh yeah, we're out of time.
Oh, what?
So you said the website and all that. What's that info for folks that if they missed part of this, you can always come back on and watch it, and because it's
just say Fireworks in Lancaster, Ohio. It'll show up.
Okay, yes. Dave, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
And good luck. And we haven't got to talk to other things, but we're going to try to get Ken on to talk a little bit about some of the other things about what to expect this year and with fireworks and things like that. We'll see. Hopefully he does. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
Folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. It's Downhill with Tina.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Downhill with Tina is brought to you by these amazing sponsors. Folks, I just wanted to mention just briefly, Dave Smith had mentioned Randy Groff during the last segment there, and I wanted to just give a shout out about what an amazing part of the Lancaster Fairfield County 4th of July celebration that he was, and the things that he did for so many years. And I'll never forget him talking about cleaning up the messes of the horses, and that's why they were at the end of the parade. He had that in a conversation with me one time, and we laughed and joked about it. So may he rest in peace, and we will miss Randy in such a huge way. So just wanted to give a shout out for all of his dedication to the veterans, because he was a veteran himself, and the stories that he shared, boy, he was a storyteller. Anyways, folks, enjoy your loved ones and spend some time with them, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. I hope you have a great week. God bless. And until we meet again, good day. It's Downhill with Tina.